Hi everybody, Foxy Games here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, and welcome to Zemiel Darkhold. I said we were going to do more dungeons in this episode, and here we are. I don't remember a damn thing about this one, so we're going to figure it out as we go along. I should be able to pull a little bit farther ahead, I think. Might want to throw my cooldowns up. Okay, maybe that was a bad idea. Whoopsie. Alright, this person's really gonna wait for a res? Come on, dude. Make a fucking effort. Ah, hello. What the fuck? Why? Please murder this thing. Huh. Now it's invulnerable. What even? What is this? I don't remember this thing. Whatever. Why am I dying? What, is the healer DPSing? Alright, I'm not gonna take the blame for that one. Okay, so this place is not very friendly. We're gonna get away from where that eye keeps floating in. Alright, so ignore the eye. The eye can go to hell. Oh my god. What the fuck, people? What are you doing? Okay, I'm not the best player at this game, but come on. I gotta use my cooldowns again. And honestly, the healer really needs to not DPS. Yeah, does it show that I don't remember this place yet? Eyes on Me. That was the name of the song of Final Fantasy VIII. Do we all have to stand in these things? Alright, whatever. Oh look, it's almost like you guys started running ahead. I'm not too fond of this group so far, to be perfectly honest. I don't know if we're all just incompetent, or... Oh, do we get to kill the eye? Is that it? Yeah, motherfucker. It's still invulnerable. Causing no end of pain since we got into this fucking place. Purple light. I don't see any purple light. Oh, I guess he needs this. Get in here. I see. No, I don't. Oh, okay, there's two of them now. Oh my god, am I really stuck on the terrain? Come on, game. Oh, thank Christ. I don't like this place very much. Will I at least get loot? Oh my god, yes. What a blessing. A shield. I haven't gotten a shield in ages. Oh, jeez. Oh my god, this last person really needs to either pass or greed on that shield so I can get it. You know, maybe I wouldn't die so easily if I had better armor. Yeah, I sound a little bit salty right now. I kind of am. This place is kind of annoying. My group is a little bit frustrating. Because they ran ahead and they pulled an entire room. Healer seemed like she was DPSing in the beginning and not actually actively healing. Like, you can do that with more experienced tanks. You can't do that with somebody in quest gear. And like outdated dungeon gear. Oh my god, it's gonna just sit there next to the exploding crystal. Well, what do you guys think? Do you like Zemiel Darkhold, or do you think it's a bag of asses? Because I kind of think it's a bag of asses, to be honest. Why is this hedge mole attacking somebody who isn't me? Well, maybe because they're attacking... the person who's attacking it is doing so when I'm not. You know, one of the first rules of DPS is that you attack your tank's target, generally. No? Is that not how it works? Okay. Oh, hi. Get on the other side of him, please, Lancer. Dragoon, whatever you are. I sure hope you're a Dragoon by now. 4 enemies appear. Really? I don't see them. Oh. They're up there. So basically, you just need to hot foot. Well, that was way better than the first boss. Another shield. That's a star globe for an astrologian. Oh yeah, I want to put on that shield. Well, why not? Let's start here. We're gonna have to anyway, because we need that Magitech lock mechanism. Better get to a safe spot there, buddy. You did fucking not, you cunt. I watched you do that, you bitch. Fine, you want more? Have some more. No, how about 2 more? Yeah, you think you can heal through it? I sure hope you can, for your sake. I hate people who do that. People who do that are shit. There's no rush. We're not killing them any faster. Your fucking AoE isn't that good. People who fucking play like that, it's like you should play tank if you want to be the one pulling the entire room. You don't get to make that choice if you're not the tank. Oh, thank God, it's the last boss. Now you better not pull, because I'm watching the cutscene. This is by far the worst dungeon experience I've had as a tank so far. It's a Deathclaw. This bitch fucking pulled, I swear to God. I don't know if there's a special spot they need me to stand. Right now, I don't particularly care. He's going for a corrupted crystal. Kill the crystal. I'll keep him over here, you kill the crystal. Or maybe we'll all go and kill it because... reasons. See, the fucking DPS don't know what to do either. I wouldn't be surprised if this place is a bit of a black sheep. Not that there's anything wrong with an actual black sheep. I think they're cute. Well, I sure hope that wasn't a cleave, because this idiot was standing right next to me. Don't stand on the same side as me. Otherwise that happens. Oh good, the healer got herself killed. I am throwing on every single buff I have. And none of our DPS are a support class, so they can't res her. Well, I'm not the only dumbass in this dungeon today, apparently. Now, oh dear. I don't know how I survived that. Quaff a potion. That was not very good, and I'm dead. I mean, I might as well. Oh good, somebody actually had the thought to fucking limit break. You don't get an enthusiastic response. Because you weren't a very enthusiastic group. I'm not trying to be mean, it's just... don't act a fucking fool if you can't then recover from that. You know what? They all left anyway, and that's fine by me, because I wasn't going to commend any of them anyway. But I gotta commend. I get commended for dealing with their shit. I'm not even trying to fucking suck my own dick about this. It's just... the healer is going forward and pulling shit because she thinks things are going too slow, and then she winds up running out of mana, and then none of them are paying any fucking attention to the mechanics. It's like, come on, I haven't played this shit in over a year, and I still vaguely know what to do with this boss. Just by observation, really. So anyway, we're still in Mor Dhona. That was, you got to see Salty Foxy in that. I mean, if you watch my Shantae playthrough, you get to see that really come out in the later run, the later parts of the run, I should say. But I call it a run like I'm a fucking speedrunner, which I'm definitely not. Anyway, I am absolutely going to fix my gear. Okay, my gear's fine. And hey, you know what? In the end, I got a really neat looking scorpion shield. I'm sure I got something else, but I can't remember what it was. Maybe I didn't. There's also another dungeon that we want to unlock, and that's back in Ul'dah. This girl looks exactly like Alice in Wonderland. Her name is even Alice Cross. You know, I approve. Okay, we actually vaguely mentioned this quest before, and said we would pick it up later, and now we are. Time heals all wounds, or so say those who have never experienced true pain. More than 30 summers have passed since I carried the standard of the Dark Light Raiders into Cutter's Cry, but not a day goes by that I don't see the faces of the friends I lost that fateful day. Gerbald the Red and his loyal second, Albrist Stillwater, Simon the Sweet, always armed with a jab and a jest. Our ever-ireful mage, Chiron Zabran, as quick to cast as he was to temper. Thormoen Thousandgill, never has there lived a man with a tighter grip, be it on his sword or his coin, and let us not forget one Ilm Ailson. Though it's hard to fathom now, what with all the adventurers scampering about like rabbits in the spring, there was once a time when bands of mercenaries were who the city-states turned to when in need of a blade. The Darklight Raiders being the biggest and best of them bands. Ishgardian-funded forays into hellish pits like the Aurum Vale would earn us a king's ransom in a matter of days, though it would only take a night of devil's play and the mirage to see it gone from our purses. But so was the life of a raider, that is, until we took that job at Cutter's Cry. My brothers and I had stood against herds of giant buffaloes on Ogamoro, snurble infestations on the Pearl, legions of cold-blooded Sahagan from the abyssal depths of the Indigo Deep. But none of that prepared us for the horrors we would face in Hell's brood holes. None of it prepared us for the Chimera. The bards still sing of the day 7 of the realm's finest warriors set off into the bowels of that forsaken place. But only saw one return, Sibold the Stoic, spared by the beast so that he may warn all others who would be foolish enough to attempt to despoil the Chimera's lair. Ah, my apologies. You did not come to hear the guilt-ridden ramblings of an old man. But if you have a moment, I was wondering if I could ask of you a favor. The final wish of an ailing soul seeking peace with his past before departing on his journey through the 7 gates. In search of the 30 summers since, escaping from the maws of that terrible beast, I have returned to its lair to pay proper respects to my fallen compatriots. However, the years have finally caught up with old Sibold, and try as I might, no longer can these bones make the trek alone. If it is not too much to ask, would you travel into Cutter's Cry in my stead, and place this bouquet of flowers upon the resting place of the Darklight Raiders? Yeah, sure, we'll do it. It's been a while since we've been out here. Level 5 enemies, level 17, giant tortoises that were so scary when we first started. Remember that? These antlings, they wouldn't dare to touch us. Here, have some flowers. This is Cutter's Cry, a labyrinth of sand-ridden caverns. And you hear that? That sound like the whuffing snort when a fire catches? That's the Chimera. Not that I've seen it. Sure, go right on in if you're that certain of your ability to make it out in one piece. Just don't expect me to go trotting in there after you, no matter how hard you wail and holler. Ah, you promised old Sibold the Stoic, didn't you? He is what's called a man of principle, he is. A little too much principle, I'd say. What's wrong with wanting to live when you've a wife at home with a child? Aye, the tale goes that rather than facing fate spun for him by Nemea, he hid beneath the mangled body of his leader and watched as his companions were torn apart one by one. All this so he might return home to see his son born. Should he have died a hero rather than lived a coward? Was being able to see his son worth having the boy grow knowing his father was a craven, a disgrace to his friends and family? Should I ever find myself faced with a similar decision, would I have the courage to walk the righteous path? Now you know the true reason. I will never step into that cave. I mean, honestly, I don't blame him. It's selfish, but I don't blame him. I'd want to get out. Cutter's Cry. Yep. Call me a coward. Call me craven. Call me any name in the book. If it meant going between living and dying, when the rest of my friends were dying and there was really no saving them, I would think they'd want me to hide. If they were my true friends. Welcome to Cutter's Cry. I do believe I've only ever been here once. So we'll see how it goes. I do know that there are things in here that need to die. we are not going to ignore those hunt targets. We're going to get every single one of them. Alright, I'm pretty sure most of this dungeon takes place in this one room. Or maybe not. Well, the first part does. Anyway. Let's get in there. Don't you goddamn do it, lizard. Fucking snake lizard. Snake lizard. Come back here. It's boss time. Myrmidon Princess. What chow? I can only imagine we don't want to go into the sand pits. Oh no. He just silenced the summoner. Well, she, it's a princess. Motherfucker, what's going on? Bring him to me, bring him to me. And it's gone. Nah, it's shit. We can take these guys too. Famous last words. Just along the same lines as what can go wrong, hold my beer, and I'm sure it'll be fine. You know, there's not much story to this place. It's kind of a short and simple, not even a revenge plot, I guess. I guess it kind of is. Because I'm sure this guy doesn't like this chimera since it killed his friends. You're ugly. Face this way. Okay, what horrible thing is it gonna do? He's shooting stuff at the other guys. And now he's digging. You know, he was kind of just in here minding his own business. I mean, this is his house. Kind of feel bad, to be honest. It's not his fault he was born a big ugly worm. Or maybe it is. Maybe. Oh, shit. Oh, I forgot about that. Come here. Don't walk at the quicksand. Oh wait, it's not quicksand. It just looks darker because of the light. Can't even stun him. Oh, please die underground. God damn. Ow. Oh well, worm burgers for everybody. It's ass. It's ass. It's blue. It reminds me of something. I don't know what. Hi? Does it just poof randomly? It sure does. Well, let's bring him over here so he can poof with it. This is a very silly dungeon. I mean, it's not even. It's very serious. Like, people died here, but I don't know why. It's put me in a very silly mood. I guess, like, compared to the last dungeon, it's nice and chill. My group is competent, and this is gonna poof. Yep, it poofed. You know, I kind of wonder, why aren't the Spriggans just eating the golem? They like to eat rocks, right? That would be like me trying to befriend a cow. Except even I wouldn't eat a cow, like, alive. I don't know what I'm getting at here. Anyway, there's a chimera in here. He has no qualms about eating cows or anything else alive for that matter. Okay, friends, let's do this. I see. He's gonna have different cones for different heads. I dodged it. That time I didn't. I vaguely remember the dragon's voice and the dragon's whatever, but... Oh right, I'm pretty sure if you're casting when they use the voice attacks, it silences you. Ow, frostbite. Ice damage, ow. Okay, so when he does that, move away. Ah, but the flame removes frostbite. Oh, I see. Come in when it's the dragon, move out when it's the ram. Okay. Uh-oh. My mouse messed up. My mouse has this annoying thing where it stops holding down my button after a while. So I'm trying to fucking run while holding down my mouse button, and it lets go. And it's like, oh, you want to turn? And I say, no. No, I do not, thank you. But regardless, it's finished. The Chimera is no more. What's his name's friends are redeemed or revenged, put to rest. I don't know. The guy, whatever. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, friends. It's a shit piece of hat. Or it's a hat piece of shit, one or the other. I have no idea what the fuck I'm even trying to say anymore. I at least want to be able to loot this. Okay, they got it. It's 1:18 in the morning and my brain is just dislocated from my body, which is, you know, normal for me, but... So, let's go and talk to Glomont over here, very strange name, and continue with the main story quest. Looking for Glomont, are you? Well, you found him, whoever you are. You're looking to get inside Castrum Sentry and you need my help? Something tells me we're gonna get along just fine. So you have friends at Castrum Sentry who want for rescue. That Slapborn knows me all too well. You can count on my help. I've got a score to settle with the Imperials, and I never pass on an opportunity to get back at the Whoresons. But enough about me, let's talk strategy. Rescuing folk from captivity is a right delicate process. Or business, whatever. A single oversight, just one little blunder and it's all over. You can't leave any room for uncertainty. For starters, you need to confirm beyond the shadow of a doubt that your friends are where you think they are. You don't want to risk your neck only to discover they've been moved somewhere else. But how can you find out, you ask? By following these instructions. If you approach Sentry from the east, you'll see a swampland to your left called the Tangle. Get in there, never mind other marbles, and navigate your way to the southwestern corner. You'll come upon some drainage pipes coming down from the stronghold. Don't ask me how I know, but one of them leads back up to the command tower. If you listen closely, they might be, as you can eavesdrop on some of the happenings within. Once we know for certain your friends are there, we'll move on to the next stage of the operation. Now get going and Godspeed. Ah, I remember these quests. I remember it's a lot of back and forth. Oh yes, and this is also the place where my my intense hatred for frogs came into play. Oh, Morble, leave me alone. Oh, this is not the right way. Well, you can bad breath somebody else. Oh, I can't jump that. So that means my only choice is to wade in here. Through this absolute disgusting quagmire filled with the most disgusting Final Fantasy enemy. But here's the pipe. Oh no, bugs. Chocobo. I mean, I might as well let Vulpus Ludos come out and play. I almost forgot my Chocobo's name there for a second. Because on my main, my Chocobo's name is real easy. I called it Sunny, after my cockatiel, who sadly is no longer with us. Dead. Can we listen now? The faint sound of conversation echoes down the pipe. What of the captive? Does she still refuse to speak? She may as well be a deaf mute for all the information we've gotten out of her. The others aren't much better. The Elezen gets on my nerves most of all. Every time he opens his mouth, it's only to spout gibberish. Ah, Urianger. I do wonder, why is the Tribunus so obsessed with this Minfilia woman? They say she possesses some mystical power, something we Garleans don't have. Mystical power? Like the kind the beastmen use? How am I supposed to bloody know? If you're so curious, why don't you ask the Tribunus yourself? As well try to tumble her. I like my head where it is, thank you very much. Our break is over. Best we get back to our stations. Footfalls grow fainter until all is silent. So Minfilia is there. Okay, we're back in Mor Dhona, and I just realized this shield's got like purple and blue going on. Kind of clashes with the rest of my armor, but that's whatever. I don't give a goddamn. Alphino, my friend, what are we doing? 'Tis good to see you again, Foxy. I'm given to understand you've conducted some reconnaissance. Tell me, what were you able to learn? So Minfilia and the others are indeed at Castrum Sentry. Their presence thus confirmed, we may proceed with the mission. While you were afield, Cid took the liberty of devising a plan of action. Pray have the details from him. Sure. Good work, Foxy. As Alphino has already told you, we've plotted out a course for the rescue. The gist of it is unchanged. We disguise ourselves as Imperial soldiers and infiltrate the stronghold. Glumont is looking into ways to procure a suit of Magitech armor. In the meantime, I need your assistance for some preparations of my own. Minfilia and the others are counting on us, Foxy. Let's not keep them waiting any longer than necessary. I don't plan on it. While Glumont goes about devising his plan, we need to see some preparation of our own. It wouldn't do if the Imperials were to discover that they're short on armor, I should say. To prevent this from happening, I'm going to put together a makeshift communications jamming device. The explanation is like to get a bit technical, so bear with me. Imperial forces communicate at a distance via electromagnetic waves. Simply put, voices are born upon etheric lightning energy that penetrates the air. Permeates the air, whatever. Now, the hill-sized cluster of corrupted crystals to the west has been observed to amplify the selfsame energy. By making use of this property, we should be able to drown out the Imperial voices. To ensure that we have enough amplification, we must identify the most potent crystals among the cluster. For this, I need you to go there and use this device to take readings. I'll mark the likely places on your map. Oh, and just so you know, plasmoids are drawn to the lightning energy. Don't be surprised if you run into a few. Great, more magic casters. Just what I fucking wanted. Glumment, my friend. Clean the wax out of your ears now, because there's something I want you to do by way of preparation. The plan's to have you enter the Castrum Sentry all decked out in Imperial duds, but a disguise is more than just the clothes you're wearing. You also gotta act the part. At the very least, you need to know how to perform a convincing Imperial salute. First impressions are everything, as they say. I could teach you the salute myself, of course, but it's best if you learned it from the experts. So get yourself as near as you dare to Castrum Sentry and watch the Imperials doing what they do. Ah yes, the first emote that you learn, at least in the story. Throughout the game, you can perform different emotes using the social tab. We'll demonstrate a few. There's the usual thing. We've been doing a bunch, like dancing and casting doubt. We can also bow politely. We can soothe somebody. Let's see. You can also change your pose. That's my favorite one because it's a little bit, relaxed. But my character's a bit more serious, so we're going to go with that. You can also say goodbye. Things like that. Well, we're going to learn how to do an Imperial salute. But we're also going to be out here doing some scans for Sid. Oh boy, a plasmoid. I've seen that peacock mount several times now. Funny story, actually, about peacocks. I live in Florida, as long-time viewers of my channel will know, and people personally who know me would know. And I used to deliver pizza for a living. And one day, I was off delivering a pizza, and I noticed on the side of the road a peculiar-looking bird. And I said, that looks an awful lot like a peacock. I wonder what it... Oh, it is a peacock. In Florida. Why is it there? And this is at the house where I was delivering, and I walked up to the door and I said, "Hey, what's with the peacocks? Is it your pet?" And she said, "No. Somebody who lived in the neighborhood used to rescue them, I guess from people who kept them as exotic pets and then decided they didn't want them anymore. And she kept them in a pen in her backyard. Well, one year a hurricane rolled through, as is wont in Florida, and it destroyed the enclosure, or at least damaged it to the point where the peacocks could escape. But the peacocks didn't die. They survived, and thrived, and bred. So now, that little part of that town has a thriving peacock population. And, people feed them, and they don't jump into the road or anything. They don't create a hazard. They just kind of do peacock things, and it's a nice little thing for that area of town. Now, I haven't been back in that area. Oh, goddamn frogs. I haven't been back in that area for a couple of years now, so I imagine if anyone was going to do anything about these peacocks being there, they probably would have by now, but, I honestly can't imagine anyone having problems with peacocks, except maybe when the males get a little too territorial. Um, my brother actually got chased by one when he was a kid, when we went to the zoo. I hope he doesn't watch this part of this video. He won't be happy. But yeah, basically I try to convince people that Florida is a normal state and that it's our media laws that make us seem like Florida man is a national hero or something. And then I see peacocks walking in the street and I realize we are not a normal state. Not by a long shot, but I do like it here. It's warm year-round, and by warm I mean fucking hot. Except in January, just about. Then it gets super fucking cold for about a month. Probably like mid-January into mid-February. Really depends on the weather patterns for that particular year. Haven't had a bad hurricane yet since I moved down here. Hear that? That's me knocking on wood. Okay. Castrum Sentry is dead ahead. And if we're quick and smart about this, we can... Yep, we can just dodge right around the patrols. Of course, we're gonna have to fight a couple of dudes. Little slow on the draw there, buddy. The only bad thing about being a tank, I guess a paladin in particular, more shield than sword for sure. You can take a lot of punishment, but you really can't dish a whole lot. I hear Marauder is one of the better ones for DPS. Marauder slash warrior. Anyway, let's check this out. Nothing to report, sir. We have received an anonymous warning that insurgent forces are near. We must redouble our vigilance. I shall recommend that patrols be increased. Someone's snitching. Motherfuckers. Alright, we've learned how to make an Imperial salute, and since running back would mean running through the frogs, we're just gonna teleport. You have the readings? Excellent. Here, let me see the numbers. Yes, 4 of these crystals should suit our purpose, though I pray that we won't have need of their power. My thanks, Foxy. You are quite welcome. Ooh, a scimitar. Or a shamshir, as they call it. I guess it's not quite a scimitar, is it? Haven't had a sword upgrade in a while. Oh my goodness. Wow. That's a sword. Glamont. So, did you manage to learn the Imperial salute? No. Best you don't demonstrate. I'm liable to fly into a rage and crack skulls. I'll just take your word for it. I have learned the emote Imperial Salute. Lovely. Can't use any of these, so it's whatever. Now, if we go into our social thing here, and... God, where is it? Here we go, Imperial Salute. We're going to stick this on a hotbar here, just because... we're going to be needing it soon. It's quite a fancy salute, really. Sark Malark. That is a Lalafell name. You are called Foxy Games, yes? I have heard of your plight from my friend Glamont. As a fellow adventurer and son of Eorzea both, I would offer you my assistance. In order to infiltrate Castrum Sentry, you and your comrades must disguise themselves as Imperial soldiers. The question is how to go about acquiring these uniforms and helms. There are places a man might purchase them, but individuals who deal in such wares are not the sort to whom you would entrust your secrets. It would be more prudent, I believe, to procure what you need via traditional means, from the bodies of their recently deceased owners. The fortified area before Castrum Sentry never lacks for Imperial patrols. It ought not take long to obtain 3 sets of gear, 1 for each member of the infiltration team, Biggs, Wedge, and yourself. When you have what you need, please return here and allow me to inspect the spoils. Really? We're bringing Wedge along? Biggs is one thing, but Wedge? He's more like to run than fight. Oh, whatever. Alright, let's go and get some Imperial uniforms. I did my daily roulette. Yes, it is the next day. My internet decided to cut out last night. Then I got involved in some other things, so that was the last thing I did last night. So we're now level 47. Ow. Well, I've got 1 helm and 1 uniform so far. It's just so weird to me. These guys have literal guns. And they don't give guns to everybody. Maybe it's hard to make them. Like, you saw in the cutscene where Gaius shoots, where he shoots Garuda's subjects, the Ixal. You see that the smoke that comes out of his gun is kind of a light blue. I wonder if that means his gun's ceruleum powered. And that's why they don't just hand them out, because they don't want people in Eorzea getting their hands on ceruleum technology. Alright, we've got the Imperial stuff. The equipment. We're able to obtain 3 sets, I sure was. Damaged, as I had suspected. In their present condition, I fear these uniforms and helms are likely to draw suspicion. They must be repaired, if only superficially. Fortunately, I have some skilled artisans among my acquaintances. Please take these uniforms to the Weaver's Guild in Ul'dah, and the helms to the Armorer's Guild in Limsa Lominsa. I will send word so that both places know to expect you. Rest assured, your mission will be kept at the utmost confidence. So in other words, run around a little bit more. Oh look, gold sellers, and there they go. You know, it wasn't bad enough. They had to mess with World of Warcraft. They gotta mess with every other MMO. I'm sure it was happening before then too. I guarantee you it happened in EverQuest, and I know for a fact it happened in Star Wars Galaxies. Alright, let's see. Out here? Yeah. Foxy Games, I've been expecting you. Sark Malark gives me to understand you have come on his behalf with unusual items. Oh yes. Yes, very unusual indeed, though no more outlandish an order than I have come to expect from the merchant prince turned adventurer. Your awkward staring tells me I said something improper. Oh, Sark did not mention his background to you. That was likely his intent, but I suppose there's no help for it now but to tell you the whole story. Sark Malark is the son of a successful Ul'dah merchant. Though still tender in years, he has an eye for profit, and has made millions in his own right. Having achieved thus, he turned his attention toward his true passion, adventuring, and left the management of his fortune to trusted allies. The helms are ready. With a little more time, I could have achieved a far higher quality finish, but I was given to understand that you were in some haste. These should serve your needs well enough. Lest you wonder about payment, Sark Malark has already settled the bill. Do pass along my regards when next you see him. Man, he must really want the Empire gone. An Ul'dah merchant doing something for free? Anyway, speaking of Ul'dah, that's where we're going. Oh look, gold sellers. Why do they seem to be following me? Here we are. Ethelwine. Interesting name. Ah, you must be the adventurer Foxy Games. Welcome, welcome. My lord Sarkmalark sent word that you'd be along. So, what garments are these that require attention? Oh, you're in for a surprise. Oh my. Well, I am certain you have your reasons, and I shan't question them, nor do you need fear that I will spread gossip. Good. Otherwise I'd have to be back to stab you. My lord Sarkmalark is one of our very best clients, though these days I'm told he spends more time roaming the lands as an adventurer. Far be it from me to question the lord's taste, but I struggle to understand why a man of his fabulous wealth would forsake the comforts of his estate for a life of danger and hardship. It's just the same reason people go camping nowadays, I suppose. And the repairs are done. I was instructed to prioritize swiftness, and so I did. While I can't vouch for the protective capacity of the garments, they certainly look the part, even if I do say so myself. Payment? Never you mind that. Sending my regards to my lord Sarkmalark will be payment enough. Which means that he'll probably pay him. Back to Mor Dhona, then. Have you had the helms and uniforms repaired? I sure have. Yes, these will serve beautifully. Both Ethelwine and Hananza never fail to impress. The quality of these repairs would fool even a legatus. Ah, shit. I double-clicked. Lest you fear that the Garleans might detect your foreignness, foreigners in fact form the greater part of the Garlean invasion force in Eorzea. You see, when the Empire subjugates a new territory, it assimilates the people of that land into its armed forces. In turn, these conscripted forces are sent to subjugate faraway lands. In this way, Garlemald nips rebellion in the bud and expands its territory in one fell stroke. With that, my part in your mission is done. I am full glad to have been of assistance to your cause. Why would I, a wealthy merchant, wish to help you? I know not where you heard such a tale, but believe me when I say that I am but another humble adventurer, one who desires only to act in the best interests of the realm. Wow. A Lalafell who's like a philanthropist. First time for everything. Good work getting them Imperial duds. You'll be pleased to hear I ain't been idle myself. It took me long enough, but I finally hatched a plan to get us a suit of Magitech armor. Now, from what I've seen, Castrum Sentry deploys a Reaper for most of its patrols. Trouble is, the patrols themselves are irregular, meaning random routes and random deployments, and hardly any of them come anywhere near Revenant's toll. So hoping to coax the Imperial out of their shells, I took the liberty of feeding them a bit of false information. Told them insurgents had designs on their stronghold. Tain't far from the truth, now that I come to think of it. Any road, we should start seeing more patrols than we have up till now. What you need to do is approach one of these patrols dressed up in your shiny tin suit and alert them to the enemy's presence. Haven't done that, you'll want to lure them as near to Revenant's toll as you can. Like as not, though, they'll be wary of venturing too far from their own walls. If they do need a bit of extra encouragement, use this smoke signal here. Filched fresh from an Imperial scout. They'll come running when they see that. And when the cavalry arrives, you hit them hard and make off with their Reaper. Simple as that. If I ain't mistaken, there's a patrol sweeping the perimeter right now, so run along, eh? Oh, and don't forget to salute. Alright. Time for the sneaking to begin. Also, I imagine I'll have to have my Imperial uniform on. Which I don't like. It's kind of ridiculous, to be honest. Because this reduces your armor. Oh hey, underwear. Where the fuck? Okay. It reduces your armor and your stats incredibly. And they make you fight in it. They don't let you switch out. Though I have found that there is a way. If you're able to disengage from combat, then you can switch. And this complaint will come up again later on, in a much angrier way, but that's way later. Howdy ho there, fellow Imperials. Carry on, soldier. Insurgents gathering to the east, you say? Judging by your description, they are well beyond the perimeter, but I will not have it said that I was remiss. You return to the scene and keep an eye on those insurgents. Should all go awry, use your smoke signal to call us. Let's go and trick some Imperials. Jesus Christ. Alright. You know, these things aren't supposed to come at you if you approach from behind, so I don't know why those are. Like, you can actually sneak around most monsters. But these mud puppies, you know, since they happen to be some of the most annoying enemies in the game. What the hell? Oh, I've seen that before. That mount. Oh yeah, we're gonna lure them here because of the crystals. They won't be able to use their comms. Really, you have to target it? That's acidry. Proceed. I hope you don't mind my joining. Seeing as we're seizing advanced weaponry, I thought it'd be best to be on hand. I probably could have changed my armor. Ah, there she is. This is the place, but where's the enemy? Sir, over there! Send in the Reaper. Let us make an example of these insurgents. Now, if I'm quick, I can put on my recommended gear. Oh no, I'm in combat, damn it. Oh well, these guys are pathetic. Man, they are really pathetic. There is a part later on where you absolutely can, if you step away, get out of combat and change into your regular armor. It's not easy being an engineer. Oh, Sid. It's easier being an engineer than it is an adventurer. Oh, please take this thing down. Sid, you're getting your ass handed to you. It's down. At last, our very own suit of Magitech armor. Not wishing to look a gift chocobo in the beak, but it does seem rather worse for wear, doesn't it? Biggs, Wedge, what's your honest assessment? Well, there's the fact that she's smoking, of course, but looking past that, I'd say she was structurally sound. I don't like the way these legs are buckled. I hate to say this, but the servo mechanism may be damaged. But aren't those things produced by protected by thick armor plate? They are, yes. It's odd, the casing doesn't seem to have taken a blow. I suspect we're dealing with a faulty part. Well, whatever it is we're dealing with, we're not resting until it's fixed. Not one wink of sleep. You got that, Wedge? Oh, cart chocobo. I heard that. A hall has been set aside for our use in Revenant's Toll. That's where we'll carry out the repairs. Look for us there, Foxy. Oh, jeez. He's just gonna limp it home. Slaftborn! Magitech armor? Said the others took it inside. Go on in and join them. Yeah, we'll check it out. Okay. Hey, this place is nice and spacious. We've now had time to take a closer look at the Reaper. Our preliminary diagnosis was correct. She's structurally sound, but her servo mechanism is faulty. You needn't worry, though. Biggs and Wedge will see her restored to her former glory in no time at all. Give those two something to mend, and they will think of naught else until the job's done. 'Tis a marvelous thing to behold, provided you remind them to visit the privy. Come on. The repairs are proceeding apace. It shouldn't be long now before Biggs and Wedge complete their work. There is, however, one small problem. As you may recall, the Machina's servo mechanism was discovered to be faulty. Wedge has subsequently ascertained that the Magitech core which drives it is worn beyond use. Such cores are rather fragile devices which must be replaced at regular intervals. Thanks to the negligence of our Imperial colleagues, however, the one used in this Reaper was long overdue. Alas, we do not have access to a ready replacement here in Mor Dhona. But all is not lost. Wedge thinks he may have identified an alternative solution. Go and see him, would you? He'll explain the details to you. What are we gonna do to power this baby? As I believe the Chief has already informed you, the Magitech core is worn beyond use. We need to find a replacement. I thought about having you appropriate more Reapers, but even if the dunderhead maintenance engineers of Castrum Sentry had remembered to replace the cores, we would risk arousing Imperial suspicion. But do not despair, for I believe there is a solution. Oh look, more fucking gold sellers! To substitute the Magitech core with a mammoth heart. In case you don't know, a mammoth heart can be used to grant sentience to an automaton. By my reckoning, such a device should be more than capable of regulating the armor's servo mechanism. We'll just need to make some minor modifications to the housing unit. I've already placed an order for a first-rate mammoth heart with the Goldsmiths Guild. All that remains is for someone to go to Ul'dah and collect it. Oh, and to pay for it. Did I mention how much they cost? No? Well, they typically cost something in the order of, I hope you don't mind footing the bill. It's for a good cause. Oh, jeez. How much are we going to wind up paying for this thing? I mean, we have to rescue our friends, but still. To the Goldsmiths Guild. Hup. Well, that's quite a nice outfit. Anyway. Hello there. Come to collect a mammoth heart, you say? Then you must be here on behalf of Garland Ironworks. I have taken the liberty of picking the finest example we have. A heart fit for a prince among mammoths. Payment? Oh, that won't be necessary. The heart is for Master Alphino's personal use, after all. He notified us a short while ago that his servant will be coming to collect it. Wait, Alphino? Really? Tender in years though he may be, Master Alphino has been a benefactor of ours since my predecessor's time. The Goldsmiths Guild wouldn't dream of charging him. But here is a mammoth's heart. May it serve you well. Oh, and please do pass on my compliments to your master. Interesting. Wedge didn't mention anything about Alphino. Or him having any connections, for that matter. We can teleport. For free. Oh look, more gold sellers. They must be on the same quest as me. Alphino, what did you have to do with this? In the wake of the calamity, the 14th Imperial Legion occupied what remained of Castrum Novum, eventually rebuilding and renaming it as Castrum Century. The stronghold contains immense manufacturing and storage facilities, and it is the primary supplier of material for Imperial forces stationed throughout Eorzea. Consequently, it is heavily defended. Infiltrating it will not be easy. Nevertheless, it is necessary. Okay, you're not going to mention anything about the heart that we had to collect. Okay, Wedge, we got the thing. Do you have the mammoth heart? I can't wait to see if it works. I don't know what a mammoth is. Hurrah! Thank you so much. But this is magnificent. It must have cost an emperor's ransom. Free of charge, courtesy of Alphino. Coming from an influential family certainly has its advantages. But without further ado, let's give it a try. I've already modified the housing unit, so it should slot right in. There, she's ready. Magitech armor, engage. Or not. She just needs a loving tap, I'll wager. Hey, it's working. Yes, she's alive. Let's take her outside and put her through their paces. Foxy, would you care to do the honors? I'd love to. Sid? This is the Ironworks' first major project since my return. I mean to see that it's a success. What about your airship? I've overseen 100 such tests, but they still play hells with my nerves, and that's without the Chief watching. Of course, it says nothing. Hop into the pilot seat. We'll begin as soon as you're ready. First, I'd like you to try climbing that tangle of crystals yonder. As far up as you can go, if you please. Oh, and if for some reason you need to dismount, simply come back here and we'll start again. Yeah, it'd be too much to let me just... What the fuck? This bar needs to move. Right, meow. Okay, so we're on a Magitech armor, which is pretty cool. I fail to see the practicality in something like this. A tank would probably be more effective. No anomalous movements evident from either leg. Good. Next, jump back down and then sprint north quick as you can. Though I guess, like, these things can go places that a regular tank couldn't. And it is pretty quick. Leg joints absorbing all impact without incident. Excellent. Please make your way back. Ah, there they are. The torso remains stable during vigorous motion. Excellent. And that concludes our test. Thank you for your cooperation. Here is a summary of my findings. The drivetrain is in sound condition. With some fine-tuning, we can expect a noticeable improvement in performance. As for the servo mechanism, I'm afraid it's not nearly as responsive as it should be, and I'm at a loss to explain why. The Mammoth heart is in pristine condition and should be installed correctly. Perhaps its inner workings are simply too different to operate harmoniously with the armor's other mechanisms. Whereas Magitech cores serve only to conduct impulses, Mammoth hearts enable automata to process information collected by their sensors as feelings. Maybe she just doesn't feel like part of the team. In which case, we should all do our best to make her feel welcome. Well, let's do just that. Welcome. Click. Biggs. We gotta fight something. Daft as it felt, I gave it my best. I welcomed myself to a bloody standstill. What were you expecting it to do, anyway? Bob us a curtsy? No doubt you're wondering why the servo mechanism is so important as to warrant this silliness. Without it, the pilot would be required to control the armor's every movement manually. This would be an onerous task at the best of times, and wholly impractical during battle. Using a Mammoth heart in place of the worn Magitech core seemed a promising solution. Alas, the device does not appear to be compatible with Garlean technology. Wedge, are there no other ways we might demonstrate our appreciation to our friend here? I'm at my wit's end, Chief. She just doesn't seem convinced. We could try a little dance, perhaps, or cheer our heads off. Imperials, they've come for the armor. Damn it, they have us cornered. There's the Reaper. Taken by the traitor Garland. And is that the Icon Slayer? Oh, bollocks. Call for reinforcements. You better jam them, Sid. The hells you will. We've located the stolen Reaper. Requesting immediate resistance. Respond. Respond. It's no use, sir. There's some kind of interference. Curse you, Garland. No matter. If we can't reclaim it, destroy it. Bloody hells. Foxy, protect the armor at all costs. You're not touching our new friend. She might be made of metal, but she's still a friend. Hey, where do you think you're going? Oh my god. Die. Keep them away from Maggie. Oh god, he's given it a name. Motherfucker. Stay away from Metal Friend. Oh shit. Alright, all the soldiers are dead. And now this one's dead. Chief, look, she moved. And now she deigns to grace us with her presence. Took us a good while, but we're finally ready. It's time to infiltrate Castrum Sentry and rescue our comrades. There, the finishing touch. Do you really think it was a good idea to put that on there? Like, the Imperials aren't going to notice it. I'm pretty sure that's the Garland Ironworks logo. So, you know, something that the Imperials would immediately recognize because Cid's one of the most infamous traitors in their ranks. But, you know, just spray paint it right on there, like a dumbass. Anyway, the servo mechanism is now fully functional, and all it took was a simple fight to the death. Remind me not to install a mammoth heart aboard the Enterprise, would you? Much as I love her, I'd rather not be required to profess it, to profess it before boarding. But enough of that. Let us see to our final preparations. Thanks to Biggs and Wedge, the Reaper is as good as new. We're as prepared to go as we're as prepared as we'd like to get. Let's rescue our buddies. How go your preparations, Foxy? We leave as soon as you're ready. Glumont, you came! I thought I'd give you all a roaring send-off. 'Tis the least I can do for the fine men and women what are about to make my lifelong wish come true. Well, we'll do our best. It occurs to me, for all the help you've afforded us, we know little and less about you. What did the Emperor do to earn your ire? But I fear I've put curiosity before consideration. I quite understand if you'd rather not relive those memories. No, I don't mind, really. Truth be told, a part of me was itching to tell you my tale. Mind you, it's hardly novel. I ain't the first to suffer at the Imperial hands. Like most folk, I used to have a mother. She was a sweet, caring woman with a smile never far from her face. There was a sister, too. Pretty little thing she was, gentle as a lamb, but tough as nails. We were poor folk living simple lives, but we knew happiness just the same. And then the Imperials came and took it all away. When Alamigo fell, they put my family in a camp. Being a lad, I was made to do hard labor, while my mother and sister were forced to do far worse. They hid their suffering from me as best they could, but I knew, and the thought of it drove me mad. We had to escape, and so I hatched a plan to get us out of the city. We were picking our way around a gorge not far outside the walls when they caught up with us. And rather than allow themselves to be taken again, my mother and sister leaped over a ledge before my very eyes. Heartbroken as I was, I didn't put up a fight when the Imperials clapped me in chains and dragged me back. 'Twas some years after that I escaped again, and that time I got away. I swore then I'd get revenge on the Empire and become an adventurer so as to hone my skills and earn the coin I needed. But nigh on 2 decades since gone by, and what have I achieved? Bugger all, that's what. Not like you lot. You ain't been here 10 minutes, and you've already done more than I managed in 10 bloody years. You give us too much credit, Glumont. We seek only to rescue our friends. Well, what's more important than that? On any road, after you've got your friends back, you're planning on going after the Empire, and don't pretend you ain't. I've helped a few folk take on the Imperials over the years, and every time I have, it's helped stave off my appetite for revenge. But someone tells me I won't be going hungry for a while, what with everything you've got planned. And you are sure that will satisfy you? If you wish to strike back at the Empire with your own hand, you need only say the word. We'd be glad to have you with us. Tempting though your offer is, I'm afeard I must decline. I swore I'd get revenge on the Empire, 'tis true, but I've long since realized that the front lines are no place for a man like me. Aye, there's some as would call me craven, but I prefer to think of myself as a realist. My talents lie in scheming, you see, not swordplay. Helping folk like you is how I can make the most difference. But that's quite enough storytelling for one day. Best not keep your friends waiting any longer. I'll be praying for your safety and success. May Rhalgr give you strength. There's not cowardice to decide that you're better at thinking than fighting. Wherever the Empire goes, misery invariably follows in its wake. For the sake of all who call Eorzea home, we must put an end to Gaius' ambitions. But first, we have friends to rescue. Biggs, Wedge, and I will lie in wait east of Castrum Sentry, just outside the Stronghold's patrol perimeter. Join us when you're ready. Oh, and don't forget to wear your disguise, or this will be the shortest rescue mission in history. Yes, don't forget to completely depower yourself. They could have just made it a temporary glamour, but oh no. They had to make you actually equip the stupid armor. They actually do a thing later on in Heavensward where they give you a temporary glamour. And then they do a thing in Stormblood again, and you know what they make you do? They make you equip lesser armor. It's like they just forgot this great idea that they had. Alright, we go to Castrum Sentry. Save our friends. And maybe bully some Imperial scum along the way. Alright, here we are. Motherfucker. Okay, good. Goddamn mud puppies. The only thing worse than them are the frogs. Forgive me for saying so, but you look rather fine in Imperial black and crimson. Definitely your colors. Ah, but this is no time for jests. Let's review the infiltration plan. Castrum Sentry lies just beyond. A short while ago, an Imperial patrol left to do its rounds. Alphino and I will create a diversion out here and keep them occupied for as long as we're able. Meanwhile, the three of you will enter the stronghold posing as the patrol returning from duty. Do they even put Lalafell on the field? Should Alphino and I prove less distracting than I hoped, I will contact you via Link Pearl. Be ready to beat a hasty retreat. Wedge will lead the way with the Reaper. Stay close to him. And I hardly need to tell you, but don't do anything suspicious. Oh, unless you wonder, Ida and Y'shtola left shortly before you arrived. We had planned that they should linger in the vicinity to cover our retreat in the event of Alphino and I attracting too much attention. But the approach of an Imperial vehicle forced us to improvise. Don't be too disappointed. They did at least leave a message for you. Something along the lines of don't do anything reckless, if memory serves. Wise words. Alright, the Imperial Patrol should be returning any moment now. You'd best be off. Good luck, Foxy. May the 12 keep you.
You have spirit. That I will allow. Yet you struggle to the benefit of none, least of all, yourself. This echo of yours intrigues us. We desire only to understand it, and for that we need your help. You wish to be rid of the icons, do you not? You would have saved yourself a great deal of torment had you accepted our aid from the beginning. Tell me everything, and I shall end it quickly. Refuse, and though you beg for death, you shall not have it. Which will it be? As you wish, my dear Minfilia. Unpleasant though it will be for all concerned, you leave us no choice but to employ more rigorous methods of study. Be so kind as to deliver the prisoners to Castrum Meridianum.
Yes, milady.
Alright, looks like they're fixing to move our friends somewhere else, so we had better get in here and finish up. There's a lot of people around. Only a few that we can talk to, though, like this courier. I'd best get back to my duties. The supplies aren't going to move themselves, and neither of the prisoners come to that. Salute. That's right. Oh, my apologies. I didn't notice you there, so engrossed was I in my task. You'd be engrossed too, had the Tribunus commanded you to arrange for the prisoners to be transported. What prisoners do I speak of? You mean you haven't heard? Only the infamous Scions of the Seventh Dawn, captured by the Tribunus herself. If you don't believe me, have a look in the storage tower when next you pass that way. Alright, so we know where they are now. How about this Centurion? Castrum Sentry has been placed under high alert. Those found where they do not belong will be summarily punished. Can we salute to him and get a reaction? No? He doesn't give a fuck. Oh hey, there's Wedge. How do I look, Foxy? Do I cut an imposing figure as a Garlean soldier? No! You're like 2 feet tall. Imperial Decurion. Part of the maintenance crew from Occidens, are you? I don't know what they teach you over there, but being an engineer does not exempt you from saluting your superiors. Well, have one then. That's a fine salute. Part of the maintenance crew from Occidens, are you? Welcome to Castrum Sentry, engineer. What? Prisoners? Ah, you've heard the rumors then. Yes, they're being held in the storage tower, but I strongly suggest you pay them no mind. You were summoned here to work, not gawp at Eorzea's defeated heroes. Now show a bit of enthusiasm or I'll have you reported. Wow. Fucking narc. Biggs. Security's tight, just as we expected. We're going to need a special key if we want to get past this bulkhead. I'll take care of that. How about this guard? He looks like he's snoozing. Shouldn't I be at my post? I suppose so, but such things don't seem to matter anymore. I've fallen for one of the prisoners. She's all I can think about. Am I a deviant for wanting her to salute me? Oh, jeez. Greetings, comrade. Forgive me for asking, but you haven't visited the storage tower, have you? I only ask because I dropped something in there and, oh, who am I fooling? I've fallen for one of the prisoners, alright? I dare say you know the one. I mean... The svelte blonde? Oh, goodness, no. It's the Lalafell lass I'm smitten with. She's so adorable it hurts. I want to sweep her up into my arms and squeeze her till my arms ache. What do you reckon it would take to convince the Centurion to lend me the key so I can see her? Dude. There's so much wrong with that. So much. Anyway. Oh, shit. What's this? You need to access the storage tower? What business have you there? At the Tribunus's behest, you say? This is highly irregular, but it would not do to make my lady wroth. Take my identification key, see that it is returned when your errand is concluded. Fuck yeah. Just throw Livia's name into anything, and the soldiers all become very, very compliant. Security's tight, just as we expected. Okay, I've got the key. Let's go. Affable Imperial. The prisoners? They're being held in the storage tower. As you should know, soldier. Okay, but where is that, though? Through here, apparently. Let's do it. No. Minfilia and the rest, thank goodness they're safe. I'm the one you want. Leave the others be. If you harm my friends, I swear I shall take my own life, and you shall never, and you shall answer to your mistress. He still has his staff? What the fuck? Tataru, we must do something. We risk letting the entire castrum know we're here. Aye, you're right. We may not get a better chance. This is the 3rd squadron. What is it? The Reaper? Seized when? And this came to light only now? The culprits will have left a trail. Take as many men as you need and scour the area. I want that Reaper found. Now's our chance. That face, though. What the? Strike my last. Eliminate the intruders. Let's kill these motherfuckers. I wonder if I just back up really fast. Nope, I'm in combat. Alright, I can untie them. Papalimo. No, motherfucker. Oh, more pressing matters, apparently. Okay. I am getting killed very quickly. Oh, well no, I'm fine. I probably should have let Wedge tank them, to be honest. And really, the first person I should untie should be Ryanje, because he's a healer. Why are you like this? Just die already. Yay. Foxy, I was so scared. You're the only good Lalafell. It was foolish of you to come here. You might have been killed. But thank you. I shudder to think what might have happened had you not arrived when you did. I say, did you not see Thancred anywhere? I'm beginning to fear for the fellow. That's right, we haven't seen Thancred. To linger here shall yield us no answer. Let us away ere the window to our liberty closes shut. I swear, when that was fading in, it looked like she was dabbing. God damn it, I hate my generation. What did you say? Escaped? Then recapture them. Fail and I shall have your head. And what have we here? Y'shtola. The Tribunus herself, just as you said. You have the eye of an Ahriman, Ida. Well, she's kind of hard to miss with that showy armor of hers. Accursed scions, how did you slip our defenses? With unexpected ease, if truth be told. There chanced to be a commotion outside the castrum's walls which allowed us to avail ourselves of the comfort of your vehicle. Y'shtola is just being polite. That was one of the most uncomfortable things I've ever stowed away in. It's no wonder it's called the Phantom Train. No passenger would be seen dead on it. So you scuttled in amidst the freight like the vermin you are. I shall be sure to have words with our rat catcher. Such negligence is unforgivable. That is far from your most pressing concern. First you must answer for your own wrongdoing, Livia Sas Junius. 'Twas you who led the raid on the Waking Sands. You who butchered unarmed men and women for the crime of being unworthy of capture. You killed our friends. We'll never forgive you. Nor shall we suffer you to plague Eorzea a day longer. Betake you to your guard. More intruders. Protect the tribunus. Confound it. Ida with me. After them! Where is His Excellency? In the hangar, my lady, in discussion with our guest. Alert him at once. Yes, my lady. No. No, no, no! There they are. Fan out and surround them. Must protect Tataru. Biggs, I'm going in. See everyone to safety. No, Wedge, don't do it. Oh no. Foxy, hold them off. I'll look after Minfilia and Tataru. I know I've said her name several different ways, but it comes to me in different ways, so I'm just gonna have to deal with it. Defeat the enemy and escape from Castrum Sentry. Now if I run back here and do this, I can change into my gear. No more stupid Imperial armor. Oh my god. Fuck you, Medicus. You're next. Alright, there's also a shield that I need to destroy. I'm gonna destroy this motherfucker first, though. I need to run around the base and find these machines that are projecting a shield. So, they'll continue to fight that thing. Right, I remember this being really annoying. Ah, here's one of them. You are nothing. Oh, okay, that was the only one. I could swear there was more. Alright, you can stop fighting the Carbuncle now. Carbuncle's too cute to smack. And it's good. Alright, this one has more frigging shields, and I can't even go that far that way, or that way, for that matter. Oh god, there's two of them. Hey, stop getting caught on the fucking terrain. Okay, that one's gone. Alright, let's kill him. I think there's just the one. Urianger, you'd better keep healing. Okay, that one's still invulnerable. So, there it is. And this one douchebag defending it. Oh god. Kill him! I was waiting for my auto attack to kill him so I could use Halone's Wrath on this thing, but, you know. Oh, it's a Magitech Colossus. I'ma deck you in the schnoz. So that's a Colossus, is it? More like a colossal waste of iron. This fucking asshole was healing it. I didn't even realize it. Now they're both dead. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. Just have Urianger heal me. I can take that many of them.
Take the leader. Kill the rest. What?
Cat Mom.
The Astola! Pray, forgive us our delay.
Papolino, Minfilia.
Ida!
What took you so long?
Well, it's nice to see you too.
The reunion must wait.
Right. First things first.
Yes, let's get back to being heavily outnumbered.
Wedge, you dumbass. Why'd you leave it behind?
You ditched your Magitech armor. Fool of a Lalafell!
Well, excuse me. She's all yours if you think you can do any better.
I didn't expect them to be Irish. Maggie!
In there.
This is Sid. Can you hear me? I need you to count to 5, then jump. Understood?
One,
2,
3,
4.
Poor Maggie. She saved us. Well, I mean, Sid saved us, but, you know.
I know not which is more pitiful, the charlatans who rule Eorzea, or the masses that clamor for their implausible panaceas. I see that which they cannot. This realm founders for want of a ruler with true power. The power to cast down icons. If you continue to deny this truth, it is the people who will suffer. Embrace reason.
What in the seven hells?
Ultima weapon.
Oh no. It's here.
12 preserve us. They finished it. Ultima weapon.
So it has a name.
It is a relic of ancient Alag, excavated from its resting place deep beneath Alamigo. The Alagans used it to crush primal and foe alike. And now the Garleans mean to do the same.
Damn you, Gaius! Look! There, beside the Black Wolf. An Ascian. An overlord, no less. His garb attests to that.
La Habrea. It could only be him. Thancred! He was La Habrea? No. No, this cannot be!
We have to go now! Hang on!
Thancred! No!
All that time, the enemy was beside me, and I never even suspected. And to think that it was I who suggested that Thancred investigate the Ascians. How could I have been so blind? Small wonder the enemy knew our every move, and where to find us. Confound it all! No. No, this is not the time for self-doubt. The Alliance leaders staked their hopes on the Scions, but now they believe us all dead or missing. When they learn of the Empire's new weapon, we cannot be certain what they will do. We must go and offer them what assurances we can that defeat is not inevitable.
Cryle, this is Minfilia.
The situation
I
may
am
have
in
taken
some
an
haste,
ill
so
turn,
forgive me if I seem brusque.
but the battle
The
is
item
far
I
from
requested.
over.
Is
And
it
so
ready?
long as we stand together,
Wonderful.
there shall ever be hope
I'm
of
sorry
victory.
To press, but we need it urgently.
The people of
soon can it be
Eorzea falter
delivered?
for want of such hope. Let
I
us
am in
provide
your
it.
debt, my friend.
Let us bear to them the tidings that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn are returned. Matters are coming to a head. I hope we can count on you.
Oh, you bet you can.
My regards to grandfather. I am ready. Let us pay a visit to the Council of the Alliance leadership.
Hells take the Black Wolf and his new toy. Rally all available forces. I want them ready to move upon my word. And relay to Slafferson, oh god, that's a name, the order to sail. That is all. The Maelstrom stands ready. What of the flames? Ready as we're like to be. I need only give the word to Royal. Has there been no word from Ishgard? None. The dragons have got their tongues. Silent to the last, I was unwise to hope for better. What would stir the Archbishop to open his holy mouth if not this? And he claims the fury for his god. 'Tis bad comedy. The Holy See has made its choice. We will proceed without its cooperation. I believe we are all acquainted with the terms of the Black Wolf's ultimatum. We must agree upon a course of action, not less than the fate of Eorzea hangs upon the decision of this council. Van Baelsar claims to wield the power to smite primals. Should we yield to him, he pledges to rid the realm of its false gods, yet offer resistance, and he swears that we shall share the primal's fate. Pardon my bluntness, but I like not these choices. This is too great a decision for any one of our nations to make alone. Should we surrender or choose surrender or resistance, we must answer as one. For if but one surrenders, the rest shall surely fall. Let us pray for the wisdom to do right by all our peoples. We had better get the hell to that council. But we're gonna do that in the next episode. Yes, it's a cliffhanger, but after one doozy of a twist. The Ascian La Habrea was Thancred, sitting in our midst the entire time, listening to our every word, knowing our every move. What are we gonna do about that? Well, we're like to find out. Until then, though, my name is Foxy Games, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.